the number of elderly people is rapidly increasing. B, there is a very high dependency ratio. C, the portion of the population covered by pensions is small and mostly male. D, pensions are small and very limited capacity exists for either long-term care, health care, or even housing for elderly people who do not have immediate support systems. Because of these circumstances, the support provided by a person's network of family members, friends, neighbors is crucial for the elderly. I'm going back to the ethnographic site in Vrindavan where I worked in the year 2006-2007. In the ethnographic study of the ashram life, I've compared aging to an old age home and an ashram. It was quite clear among the ashram mates through the acceptance of one's vanaprasthi and sannyasi. I have earlier mentioned that I have used the 4 ashram method in studying a Hindu life. Please interpret it as a distance and engage detachment from one's own kins and family. When I spoke to the ashram mates, I said, do you call yourself vanaprasthi or sannyasi? They said, not in the traditional sense, but we do have a distance engagement. It is kind of, we are attached to them, but we are also distant. We don't take interest in the everyday affairs of our sons or daughters who are settled and they're happy. We just want to know that they are good and happy, and we have our own quieter life here. The ashram inmates had developed a close sense belonging to a large ashram parivar with its own set of rituals and rhythmic patterns. The epistemological notions also assume an important area of research in face of the break of traditional joint family and kin support system and their responses to the late modernity and post-industrial urbanized society in India. Though urban India has responded to the break of joint family, but provided some alternatives by old age homes. And in the Delhi NCR region, there are 53 old age homes, which are not really a place where I would like to grow old. Manav Seva Sangh, I'm going back to the ashram where I work. Manav Seva Sangh was established by Swami Sharananand Maharaj in the year 1951. He belonged to a Vaishnavite sect, the subcategory of Ramanandi Sampradaya. The Ramanandis are divided in 2 categories: monastic order of religious specialists, the sannyasis, and a community of laymen. Manav Seva Sangh has 4 large ashrams in Vrindavan, Banaras, Jaipur, Ranchi, and recently they have started an old age home in Hisar, which does not follow the Hindu rhythmic patterns and rituals. It is simply an old age home where you do not go by the Hindu calendar in Hisar. The Manav Seva Sangh ashram in Vrindavan is spread in roughly more than about 5 acres of greenery. It houses about 150 ashram inmates and staff. The ashram mates live in about 60 simple single-storied and well-equipped cottages. These are elderly people, elderly couple, widows, single women, and widowers. Most of the ashram mates are from urban educated, salaried, middle class, North India and Western India background. There were 2 couples, they were non-resident Indians. They spoke about their voluntary decision to experience community living and distancing themselves from natal family. The ashram had a quiet and tranquil atmosphere. There were cows, peacocks, and a deer herd in the ashram. The meals are taken in a community hall, but some ashram mates prefer to cook their own simple and vegetarian meals as per their specific health requirements. No televisions are allowed in the ashram campus. However, newspaper is allowed. Each day, the ashram inmates gather at 5 in a collective prayer and meditation session between 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. This pattern is repeated in the evening as well, between 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. After the end of this meeting and the session, they discuss specific matters like spiritual or epistemological or health concerns with the senior most among them. At the moment, they do not have a guru. They had two gurus. One was Swami Sharanananji Maharaj, the other was Devki Devi. Both of them are not anymore. There is no guru in Manaseva Sangh at the moment, since both of them passed away. The days and weeks of ashram inmates are organized around various Hindu rituals and festivals. And that's how their life, even their, that's the way they organize their entire schedule. That this is a full moon night, so we have this ritual. This is Ekadashi, so people will eat a certain kind of diet, and rice is not allowed, and only fruits would be consumed. That's the kind of life. I cannot get into the details of their diet and other patterns.